G'day guys, if fishing on a budget is something that's right up your alley and you want to catch big fish out of small boats and not spend the world, then this is the episode for you. You see, lately we've been asked a lot, whereabouts is the pink poly? Well, the pink poly's still around, it's in the showroom waiting its next adventure. So why have we been in an aluminium boat? The reason we've been in this aluminium boat lately is because we wanted to show you that on a budget you can still go catch a heck of a lot of fish. Now the boat that we've got here is a 420 QUINTREX Busta. Now the Busta has the proclaimed millennium hull, but to me I think that's not worth the paper it's drawn on. It doesn't mean a great deal, but it is not a bad riding boat. On the back of it we've got the anchor. It was super unreliable when we bought it, but thank you to the guys at Boat City just quickly. Without you guys, I don't think I could be doing what I'm doing because they have fixed that motor up and that motor's actually running well. Now let me turn the camera around because what we're going to do now is we're going to get into, I guess, what we've done to the boat, how we've made it more functional and why we've done what we've done. Let me turn this camera around. So we're going to start up the bow of the boat, and the first thing you notice is we've put this water snake on. Now we purchased this water snake off Gumtree for $300. You're going to have to excuse the condition of this boat at the moment as well. We've been chasing ockies all morning, so it's absolutely trashed. And living out on the farm, as you can see in there, like, look at all the dirt on this electric. It absolutely cops it. But would I recommend a water snake? Probably not. If I had the opportunity, replace this with a Haswing. Haswing's still a nice budget sort of option, but has a spot lock and all that, and is a much quieter motor. The other good thing that the Busta had was these built-in anchor wells here, which are fantastic. They keep things out of the way, and they had this nice railing here. But of course, we've had to chop that railing off on the other side to fit the electric in. I don't know which way I want to take you because, as I said, this boat is filthy, but bear with me. So we're going to come down here. The Busta comes with these fantastic wide gunnels. Now, wide gunnels. Why are wide gunnels good? Because you can mount so much on them. As you can see, we start here where I've got the cleat for the bimini that can go on it. We got ram mounts. We've got rod holders the whole way down the gunnel like this. How good is that? Now, quickly back up the front. We've got this fantastic casting deck which comes standard in the Bustas. Under here, oh, look at all that storage. It's good. When I bought it, it came with these blue seat cushions that you see here. What we did add was we did add this, which is a live well. It's a bit frothy inside there because we got ockies in there, and it came with this fantastic deck, and the deck quality is actually built really well. One thing I don't like about these decks is, see how you've got the gaps underneath the seat, in between the seat and the floor? That just allows so much rubbish to get back there, but that's okay. Over the side there, it had those rod holders there, which look a bit how you're going, but to be honest with you, for what it's worth, it holds the rods well. And of course, as you can see, I've got my trusty Spinfisher 2500 there on the Regiment Black Hops. That rod never leaves the boat. You got fairly wide seats here, which do a good thing. Side pockets, as I may have just mentioned. Everyone needs side pockets in your boat. They're good. We come down the back here and we're running a dual battery system here, which isn't anything special. It's literally just two batteries linked up in a series, 12 volt. But what it allows me to do is run this, okay? That's my live well switch right there, which works very well. We run a 25 litre tank there with a spare 5. Now the reason we're going to have the 30 on board is because we do chase tuna and so forth. So the 2-stroke is running for extended periods of time. Of course, the best bit is this little baby here. This is the Garmin 75. It is a fantastic little echo map unit. It's got down scan, side scan, mapping, standard sonar, active captain. We'll go into it further on a later episode, but that there really is a game changer of a sounder. How's this backdrop too, guys? I should just show you that. Pretty bloody magic. The good thing about this hull is you can see it's a fairly deep hull, and as I said, you can see down there the flare in the bow. That's what they call their millennium hull. Look, sure, it may provide a softer ride. That's okay. We're going to go down to the back here. I'm going to have to get a bit wet. Of course, down the back we've got the standard step that comes with this boat, and what you can see there with the transducer is you can see we've got it on a sliding mount. Now that sliding mount is super important when beach launching. Down the other side there, you can see we've just got the side pockets. We hold our nets there, we do whatever we need to do. And that's pretty much a rundown on the boat. So let me switch the camera around again. I'm going to give you some thoughts on this boat. Righto, so my thoughts on this boat. This boat here cost me all up around that $9,000 mark setup, which I think for a very versatile, reliable tinny is not too bad. In fact, it's affordable, because you got to remember, whilst we could probably build something for $5,000, you still want to get home at night. That's important. You want to go home and see your family. So for $9,000, I really think that it's not a bad buy. Overall, I probably would have liked a boat that was slightly wider, but a wider boat then means you got a bit more hull slap on a shorter hull, so it doesn't cut through the water as well as something that is a bit narrower. This boat here is good to fish 2 to 3 people, but 3 people is pushing it. One thing that was surprising about this hull that I've found is that it is surprisingly stable. I didn't expect that being a thinner hull, but it actually does a fairly good job. What I like about it also is the depth of the hull is there, so it allows me to safely chase these fish. I like that there is a fair whack of room, and I like the front casting decks. I like all the features about it, to be honest. But one thing QUINTREX does is that they only just make par. And what I mean by that is there's still a lot of things I don't like about this boat. What I don't like about this boat is the welds on this look apprentice as best. The welds, whilst they're holding up, they don't look great. Now, okay, all right, I've got a tinny that's raw aluminium and blah, blah, blah. But still, the things that stand out like welds still need to be, in my eyes, a little bit aesthetically pleasing. And they're not. I absolutely hate that motor on the back. If as soon as I got Queen, I'm upgrading that to a 4-stroke. It's just that easy. A Yamaha's going to go on the back because, as I said at the start, that thing has spent just as much time in the workshop as what it's spent out on the water. It wasn't until I actually bit the bullet and, as I said, sent it to Boat City that we actually got it sorted properly, and now it's working. I don't like this thing either, the water snake, and I know I said I only spent $300, so I can hear all of you crying at the screen now going, oh, well, you only spent $300. Yeah, well, the whole point was to build a budget boat, all right? So go easy on me, I'm just the apprentice. No, I'm not really. What it does do though is, of course, it does get me fishing for brim, and I have used it to chase squid and just to hold my area, but it doesn't have spot lock, and that's the thing I'd love. Though I guess my major gripe with the water snake is the release system's always sticky, and when this thing is running and you need to turn it from left to right, I guess the steering motor is very, very noisy. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it scares almost everything within a kilometre. So what I do to combat that is I've got to really leave that running, even if it's on low, and just keep the noises going a lot of the day to try and, what I feel, acclimatises the fish to the sound. Whether or not that happens, don't know. Have your opinion down below, I'd love to hear it. But apart from that, I think this boat does a very good job at a lot of things. It shows you once again that you can do a lot of cool fishing on a super budget. And look, as I said, there's probably better bargains than this on Gumtree or Facebook, so you might be able to get something almost exactly the same for a lot cheaper. I don't know. What I want you to do is, you're interested in this tiny boat fishing thing that we're doing, and you want to see us catch more fish out of a budget boat, keep watching the channel. The Polycraft will be back soon, but as I said, I want to just try and nail this little how-to, I guess, over the next couple of months, and just let you see that it is possible to do things without owning one of these fancy boats. Now, I've done enough waffling, guys. You've had a look through the boat now of what I believe is probably the best budget tinny setup that I've seen. As I said, if you've seen better, I want to know about it, because I want to have a look at it, because I'm always looking for good new ideas. Right, guys, on to the next episode. We'll catch you later. Stay safe, keep fishing. See you later.